Hello, here's question number 1 on the semester exam. True or false? Point A, which is right here, point A is on line M. Here is line M. That little lowercase letter means this is line M right here. Point A, is he on that line? True or false? Number 2 again, true or false? Point D, which point D is here. Is he on line N? There's N. Point D, true or false? On number 3, we're talking about they want point B, C, E, and Q. Are they coplanar? Coplanar. True or false? Okay, another true and false. So our points B, C, and E. So here's B, there's C, there's E. Are they collinear? Are they collinear, those 3 points? True or false? On number 5, we want to know, could you call plane G, see the big G right here? That means this blue plane right here. Could we call him QEC? So take a look. There's Q, there's E, and there's C. Could you call it QEC as well, as a different name? True or false? On number 6, we need to find the length of HJ. How long is it from here to here? The whole thing is 52. From J to K is 30. What do you have to do to figure out just this section here? And type that in the box. On number 7, we want the length of X to Z, the whole way across. Question number 8, you need to find the distance between these 2 points. So if this were x1, if I can write, x1, y1, sorry, x2, y2. Okay, and then use this formula that I've written down for you over here, and you want to round 2 decimal places. After you plug everything in, this is x2 minus x1, whatever you get, you square it, y2 minus y1, whatever you get here, you square it, and then add these 2 together, and then take the square root at the end. 2 decimal places. Type that in right there. On question number 9, we have line T right here. Okay, he is bisecting segment CD. He's bisecting it, which means he's cutting it in half, right? So this half is equal to this half over here. Now they are telling us that from here to here, C to M is 3x, and from M to D is 27. They want us to find CD, meaning like, how long is this whole thing? So the first thing you need to do is find x. Okay, so we're set up an equation with this part equal to this part. Okay, since they're bisected, these 2 parts are equal, so here's your equation right here. Just put them equal to each other, solve for x, and then plugging back in here and multiplying by 3, that'll give you 1/2. And here's a hint, you're already given the other half, so they ought to be the same. So that's number 9. Guys, in number 10 here, they're telling us that KHJ, this whole angle right here, is 90 degrees, okay? And they want to know LHJ, which is this dude here. How many degrees is this angle? So all you got to do is take the 8x minus 1 plus the 4x minus 7 and set it equal to 90. So if you're setting it up, it'd look a little something like this. 8x minus 1 plus 4x plus 7 equals 90. Solve for x, and make sure you plug it back in here to this part, the 4x plus 7, and figure out how many degrees this angle is. Make sure you're real careful here too. You got some like terms that you're going to need to combine first. Okay, that's number 10. Number 11 wants you to figure out what's the next number in the pattern. Okay, we go from -6 to -1, so we're going from a small to a bigger number, and we keep going to bigger numbers. Maybe it would help for you to figure out what changes from 4 to 9, and what do they change from -1 to 4. What are they adding to this? So what's the next number after 9? You type that in here. Again, number 12 is a pattern. So we go from 100 to -50, from 25 to -12.5. What's the next number going to be? Okay. That's what you want to look at here. What's the next number? Okay guys, number 13 is this little bit of word game here. Just got to make a statement. Okay? You got to make a conclusion here. So if you decide to go to the football game, then you will miss band practice. Tonight, you are going to the football game. So what conclusion can you type in about this? Alright, so remember, if you go to the football game, you miss band practice. Tonight you go to the game. So what happens? 14, same thing. If Margaret goes to college, then she'll major in chemistry. If she majors in chemistry, then she'll need to buy a lab manual. So what can we conclude from that? Alright? What's your conclusion? Don't overthink this either. On number 15, they want you to choose either reflexive, symmetric, or transitive property of congruence. So angle RST is congruent to angle XYZ. Then XYZ is equal to RST. They've just kind of flipped around. Which property would that be? It's like they're looking in a mirror. Okay guys, 16 on my page here is kind of cut off. But here's the problem. PQ is congruent to PQ. Okay? So is that going to be the reflexive property? Or, let me get the other page. Could it be the symmetric property or the transitive property? But again, it's like looking in a mirror. PQ was equal to PQ. Okay, again, we're choosing a property, reflexive, symmetric, or transitive. So FG is congruent to JK, and JK is congruent to LM. So FG is congruent to LM. So see, there's a middle guy in here that connects these two. It's kind of like the friends. If I'm friends with Mr. Houston, and Mr. Houston's friends with Mrs. Tressa, then I'm friends with Mrs. Tressa, which we all know really couldn't happen. So which property would that be? Okay, according to vertical angles, which are angles that are back to back, they're always what to each other? I hope you're saying equal. So you need to solve for x and y. So do two separate problems. Set this equal to this, solve for y. This equal to this, solve for x. And just type the numbers in the boxes below. Number 19. It's a proof. Dun 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 dun. Hey, don't make this harder than it is, guys. Okay, you got the drop down boxes for each one of these with choices that you're going to select, okay? The first one's always going to be what? Take a look up here. Alright. Also, they're wanting you to prove that AC, this segment here, is congruent with this segment here, BD. Okay? So just kind of read each one of these. Alright? And use common sense here. Alright? You can do it. Okay guys, here in question number 20. Angles 1, where's the angle 1 and angle 8. Are they corresponding, alternate interior, alternate exterior, or consecutive angles? 1 and 8. They're on different sides. They're on the outside of the lines. Which one is it? Okay, again we're going to identify these angles. This time it's number 2 right here and 6. They corresponding, alternate in, alternate exterior, or consecutive in here. Okay. So which of these is it? It's 2 and 6. Kind of in the same location out of the group of 4, aren't they? Okay, question 22. We're talking about angles 3 and 5. Okay, 3 and 5. Both on the same side. Both on the interior. Corresponding, alternate in, alternate x, or consecutive interior. Which is it? Okay, 23. My choices, I think, got cut off from the next page, but you know what? It's one of these two. Alright. 4 and 5. There's 4, there's 5. Are they corresponding or alternate interior? Okay, number 24. We're talking about angles 3 and 7. Okay, again, they're kind of in the same, if you look in the location of the group. 3 and 7. Corresponding, alternate interior, alternate exterior, or consecutive interior. Okay, number 25, same stuff, it's angles 3 and 6. Notice how they're on different sides, but both on the inside of all these angles. Corresponding, alternate in, alternate x, or consecutive interior. Okay, number 26, they want you to find the value of x, and these two angles, they're on different sides of the transversal, and they're both on the interior, which means they're alternate interior, which means they're equal to one another. So to solve, just set it up. 18x minus 22 equals 50, and solve for x. Alright, 27. These are same side interior angles, which means you're just going around a block. So if you're walking this way and you turn around and go back the way you came, you made a 180, right? Which means x plus 137 is equal to 180. Solve for x. Okay guys, question 28. This one's kind of tricky. So let me zoom in and show you. Because of vertical angles, this guy would have to be 73 degrees. Okay? Because these guys are back to back. Alright? So to solve for x, remember, now we've got these two interior angles, consecutive interior angles, that up to 180. So just take x plus 17 plus 73 equals 180. Solve for x. Okay guys, question 29. We got to find the slope if it went through these 2 points. I've labeled your x1, y1, x2, y2 for you. Plug them into this equation. Make sure your fraction, if it's a fraction, is reduced. In simplest form, put your answer in here. Question number 30. Same thing as 29. I've labeled your points. And up here again is still the formula from the last question. Plug it in. Find your slope. Okay guys, in question number 31, we need to write the equation of a line. So it's going to, in your box you're going to type y equals something. This is going to be the slope. Okay, and this is going to be the b. Okay, the slope you're already given. It's right here. You need to figure out the b. So you got x, y, and m. Plug them in here, and then solve for b. Okay, and put that in your box. Okay, number 32, same thing as 31. Alright, here's your x and y, there's your m. Plug them into y equals mx plus b. Solve for b. Type that in your box. Okay, question number 33. Same thing, only it's going to be perpendicular. Right there, big difference. We still got x, we still got our y. The slope on this guy is a -1. Now remember, if they're perpendicular lines, make that -1/1. We got to change that slope. We have to flip the fraction and change the sign. Okay, so your new slope is going to go here, and then plug it in, the new slope and your x and y into y equals mx plus b. Solve for b. That'll go in down here.
Daddy, it's for Daddy.
Okay, question 34. Okay, this triangle, 3 tick marks on each side. Is it scalene, isosceles, equilateral, acute, right, obtuse, or equiangular? Okay, you choose. Okay, question number 35. Here's the triangle. Notice the right angle here. Scalene, isosceles, equilateral, acute, or right. Again, you're going to tell me what kind of a triangle this is. You got 2 sides that are equal. So scalene, isosceles, equilateral, acute, right, obtuse, or equiangular. Okay, question number 37. We're finding the value of x. Okay, you got x, 2x, and 90. Now remember, every triangle, they always add up to 180 degrees. So x plus 2x plus the 90 will all equal 180 degrees. Remember, that's like a 1x. And also remember, you got like terms here you need to put together first. Question number 38. You need to find the value of x. He's here. This angle right here is going to be 50 because of the vertical angles theorem. When 2 lines cross, the angles that are back to back are equal. So use 50 and 55 and subtract those from what? Hopefully you're thinking 180. That will give you x. Okay guys, number 39. These 2 shapes, the DEFG and WXFG, these 2 guys here, they're equal to each other. They're congruent. Okay? So we want to find the values of x and y. So if you're going to set up your problem for the value of x, if they're equal, that means DG and GW are equal to each other. So you just got to say 3x minus 5 equals 10 and solve for x. And then here, we're looking for an angle. Whoops, that was bad. We're looking for an angle here, but we know the other side is 90. So whatever you get for x, plug it in here for 15 times x. Alright, then plus y equals 90. So you got to solve for x first, up here. And whatever you get, plug him in here. That'll help you solve for y. Okay guys, number 40. The 2 triangles here, ABC and EDC, are congruent, but are they congruent by side angle side? Okay, now one thing I want to show you, okay, you got a side here, and a side on this triangle, a side here, and a side here. Also you have angles because those 2 angles are congruent by vertical angles. So true or false, is it side angle side? Okay, question number 41. Are they equal, the 2 triangles, by angle side angle? Looking at all the tick marks, there, I started labeling, you finish. True or false? Number 42. Are they congruent by side, side, side? Now, one thing I want to help you with here is remember, this guy is being used in both. True or false? Side, side, side. Okay, number 43. Is it a translation, reflection, rotation, or none? Now, your choices got cut off on this page, but you can see them on the regular edge elastic page. But we're going from blue to red. Okay, so take a look how it's just kind of flipped right over there. Translation, reflection, rotation, or none. Question number 44. Again, you're going from blue to red. Now, was this a translation, a reflection, a rotation, or none? Okay, guys, last question here on the semester exam. Again, you're going from blue to red. He's just kind of slid downhill here a little bit. Is that translation, reflection, rotation, or none? Congratulations, you made it.